Hello there guys, it's Brown here, back in another video, and today I'm going to do What If My Hero Academia After Super Part 20. Hope you enjoy it. So last part we covered the raid on the Shigaraki, and it went as you guys expected, with the power up Deku, Umbra, and All Might, and Mirio that can use one for all. It was child's play. Then some unexpected visitors shows up, and they are from the Frieza Force, and they were quite powerful. It took a Super Saiyan 2 Bra and Deku to defeat them. Although All Might was able to defeat one the weaker one, he decided to spare him and that leave him open to direct attack. Luckily Deku was there to protect him and finish the job. And when the rest tried to escape, they were blasted to the other world by a funnel flash from Bakugo. After that everybody returned to UA. Deku grabbed Tomura's side and gave him a quirk erasing bullet. And something unexpected happened. Tomura went berserk. Yes, he did lose his quirk, but his hair turned completely black and his eyes turned bright yellow. And though estimated his power increased by 10 times. But even with that, he's no match for him, so he quickly knocked him out before he destroyed anything. So what exactly happened? How Shigaraki was able to attain the Ikari form? It's simple. I did say that almost everyone in this world have a bit of Saiyan in them. So when someone have a lot of Saiyan genes inside their blood or in their DNA, and they get hit by Ares quirk or this bullet specifically, sure, it will destroy their quirks if they have any. But a side effect that Chisaki did not expect is it will forcibly activate the Saiyan genes. Or forcibly activated is not the correct term. Basically the gene will go overdrive or berserk. That's what caused Tomura transformation to begin with. So yeah, he's a Saiyan or part Saiyan. So I think that's it for explanation, so let's begin. After Deku carried the unconscious Tomura back inside, we asked him what happened. He explained that he gave him a quirk erasing bullet and he transformed. They are a bit weirded out. Transformed, so he's a Saiyan or what? Deku nodded to him, yep, he certainly is a Saiyan or part Saiyan, because that transformation is related to a Saiyan form. I don't know how you can get it, but in the past one Saiyan did have this form. But before they can ask any question, they sensed two power-ups coming toward them. So everybody rushed outside and they saw a ship coming straight at them. They assumed that it is another Frieza Force ship, so Baku prepared to blow it up. But Deku stopped him because something feels off about this ship. So everyone got his up, then the ship lands and two people walk out of it. They are wearing a purple jumpsuit with an armor that have an N emblem on it. Then they immediately recognize the emblem and tell them they are friends, or basically allies. They are from the Galactic Patrol, so everyone dropped their guard. Then one of the two that is wearing a mask approached them and tell them they are from the Galactic Patrol, so don't worry. Deku cut him off and tell him they are here for the Frieza soldiers, right? Two of them were taken aback how a human know about the Frieza soldiers. But he nodded and Deku tell him, don't worry, we already dealt with them. Both of them were shocked, so he's the one that have the 1 million power level. But something is wrong. Their intel tell them that they sent two of their best. Even if he have almost the same power as them, it will be near impossible for him to defeat them both. They ask him if he defeat them both on his own. Deku shook his head and told them that his girlfriend dealt with one and he's dealt with the other one. And can I say that he had no chance against her. But I smiled and thanked Deku. Then when the man was shocked, he tell him, Izuku? Is that really you? Deku replied, do you know me? The man tell him, you're Izuku Midoriya, am I right? Deku tell him, how do you know my last name? Who are you? The man removed his mask and tell him, I don't think that you will remember me because last time I saw you, you were only 1 year old. And everyone was shocked. The man looked exactly like Deku, except he have a bit of light green hair and black eyes. And he looked a bit older. He continued, my name is Hisashi Midoriya and I'm your father. Everyone jaw dropped to the ground. So this is Deku's dad. But Deku on the other hand, he was shocked and angry. He clenched his fist, fly straight at him, and throw a punch. But Hisashi was able to catch it and ask him what's wrong with him. Deku tell him how could he leave them. And Deku starts shouting, do you know how much mom was sad because of you? For the last decade and a half, she was alone raising me. Do you know how much hard it was for raising a quirkless boy in this society? Huh? Do you? Deku start powering up. Hisashi do the same and tell him, listen to me, I can explain everything. Deku power down and tell him, if you need to explain anything to anyone, it's mom. Like you said, I didn't know you at all, so I didn't feel like something is missing. So if you need to apologize, you need to apologize to her. And we are going right now. Deku tell All Might and Aizawa that he will be right back, and two of them fly toward his house. In the way, Hisashi tell him how does he know about the Frieza Force. Deku tell him, a lot of things happened when you weren't around. I was taken by the Garden of the Earth. He trained me since I was 5. And on top of that, I know that we are part Saiyan. Hisashi was completely baffled. He even know about that. Then he asked him, your girlfriend? Deku cut him off and tell him, if you are going to ask if she's a Saiyan, yes, she is. But unlike you, her parents don't seem to be one. And we have another Saiyan in our group, so more on that later. Hisashi was completely shook. Not only his son not about Frieza Force, and he's a part Saiyan, but there is 2 kids that have the same powers. Then they arrive at Izuku's house, they knock, his mom opened the door and she froze. Hisaki scratched back of his head and tell her, I'm home. She start crying, she go on her knees, he go on her level and start hugging her, and apologizing for not showing up early. But they start making a scene, so 3 of them walk inside. Then Hisashi start explaining what he wasn't able to return to years to the past decade and a half. He told them when Deku was 1 year old, prisoner from the Galactic Patrol escaped and went straight to Earth, and by sheer dumb luck they encountered each other, and he was taken hostage. Luckily 2 of the Galactic Patrol shows up and they were able to stop him, but he was able to blast a part of my face. That's why I still have this scar. So when he shot me, they quickly take me with them because they don't think that Earth healing method would save me. So after a day or so of healing, I was back on my feet, but I realized something. I was stronger, faster, and that piqued their interest. They did some testing and I realized that I have Saiyan genes in me. So they offered to train me. I accepted because I didn't know anything about myself, plus I was excited to get stronger. Deku smirked and tell him that's typical for us. We always seek to get stronger. It's in our blood. But that didn't explain why you didn't come back. Hisashi continued, after a couple of months with training with them, I get immensely stronger. Plus with this random boost that I got whenever I got hurt, I was offered a position to work with the Galactic Patrol. So I took it. But sadly it came out that a part Saiyan was discovered, aka me. And they hear from weird stories that a Saiyan was able to defeat Lord Frieza a while back. So quite a lot of villains tried to test their metal against me. And because of it I built a reputation. But sadly it was a double-edged sword. It let me go up in rank, but let's say untrustworthy people were trying to find my home planet. So I was afraid to go back, because if I did I will endanger you both, and I can't live with that. Then a few days back we got a report that a power around 1 million was detected on Earth. That's why I was sent here, and I was completely in shock to see my kid is the one that have that power level. They could start thinking couple days back, huh? Then he tell him he's not the one that have that power level back then. It was his girlfriend. Then tell his mom the time when she turned Super Saiyan. He's that tell him, Super Saiyan? Deku tell him, you don't know anything about Super Saiyan? Zed shook his head and tell him, what's that? Deku get up, power up, and tell him, this is Super Saiyan. His dad was completely floored. What? We can transform? Deku tell him, yep, and the multiplier is 50 times for this form. Deku tell him, what do you mean, this form? Deku smirk on power to Super Saiyan 2, and tell him, this is Super Saiyan 2. He's twice as strong as normal Super Saiyan, so it's 100 times base. His dad was shocked and tell him, so you and your girlfriend and that guy can also transform to Super Saiyan? Deku tell him, yes for my girlfriend, but no for my friend. We just realized that he's a Saiyan, so he's not even as strong as me in my base. Then Deku power down and tell him, I need to go back to UA. Plus, I can sense that you guys need some time alone, and I will try to drop by tomorrow. So he left, leaving the two to catch up. When Deku returned to UA, he tells his dad partner that he will be spending the night with his mom. The partner not get in the ship and tell them that he'll be in the area. So Deku go to the dorm and he saw Bra and the rest of the gang waiting for him. He told them what happened and why his dad was not around, and they sympathize with him. Then they ask Deku why did he spend some time with his dad. Then Deku tell them, even though he's my dad, I never knew him, so we don't have that father-son relationship. Plus, my mom deserved to spend more time with him than me. And we have the matter of UA that I didn't get permission to leave, and I don't want to cause you guys trouble. Then Tomura start waking up. They ask him if he remember anything. He tell them barely, it's fuzzy. I remember ejecting myself with the bullet, then I start feeling angry all of a sudden. Then nothing. What happened? Deku tell him, well, first off, you're a Saiyan, or part Saiyan, just like me and Bra. Tomura tell him, what? Are you sure? Deku nod and tell him that form that you tap into is called the Ikari form. No one knew how to tap into it, and I think you are the second one to use it, at least of what I know. And then he starts explaining that this form is basically a controlled version of the Izaro form, so it will grant you a 10 times boost in your power. But you need to learn how to control it first. So what do you think? Need a hand? Shigaraki smile and tell him, I will take you on that offer. Then he asks him, wait, so can I transform to that Super Saiyan? Deku tell him, of course you can, but you need to get stronger, a lot stronger. I don't want to insult you, but you need to be a lot more powerful to tap in Super Saiyan, not alone maintain it. Shigaraki smirk and tell him, I guess I need to pick up the pace, huh? Deku smirk, then Aizawa tell them that is it boys, lights out. Everyone was burnt because of it, then Aizawa glare at them and tell them, now, everybody go back to your rooms. So they did. And with all what happened today, Deku slept like a baby. And while what is happening across the universe, a familiar silhouette just got a report that the group that was sent to Earth was killed. He started laughing a familiar evil laugh and told them, good, I think it's about time for me to go claim that word for myself. Sorry for the bad Frieza voice, it will not happen again. So let's say fast forward a few hours, Shisaki's Spartan got the word that a part of the Frieza force is heading straight to Earth. So he rushed at Hisashi and tell him about the report. He asked him how long they have until they arrive. He tell him at best we have a week. And I think I'm going to stop it right here. So what do you think of it guys? How will they be able to hold off Frieza? Will they able to survive? Leave your thoughts in comments down below, and if you like it, drop a like, and like always guys, peace.